Feeling that wind bite. David, what should we expect in the forecast?
Yeah, don't kill me. I'm just the messenger here. You know, I don't make the weather. I just make the forecast, unfortunately. Taking a look at the country, you can actually see a little bit of snow in Kansas, but a potent system moving across the south. Many tornadoes have been reported all the way from Texas all the way into Georgia, and that is expected to march its way all the way to the coast throughout the day. We here in Minnesota are going to be keeping our eyes on this system here. That's going to be our next weather maker, and it's not going to be the weather that you like unless you're a snowboarder. And I'll get to more of that later on in the newscast. Currently 31 degrees, but it is feeling quite chilly with that west wind whipping right at 25 miles an hour, bringing that wind chill down to 17 chilly degrees. So if you're going to be outside throughout the day, you are going to want to cover up. Even though the thermometer reads 31, and we're used to that here in Minnesota, it's the wind that's going to get you. The pressure right around 30.03 inches. Now, later on in the newscast, I'm going to have your full forecast, including what could be our first major snowstorm of the year. Until then, back to you guys.
Sorry. I had to scrape my windows this morning, David.
Hey, you know, that's not the first time we've had to do that this year.
I know, but I'm not used to it yet.
I know. Well, you might want to get your snow brushes out, not just your scrapers. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to be the best of weather coming up this weekend. I know you're talking about the football game coming up. I got some bad news, and I'll get to that in just a few seconds. But first, now, it will be remaining cool. We might recover a little bit tomorrow, but once we hit Friday, it's going to start feeling much below average, unfortunately. We do have that threat of the first significant snowstorm, and by significant, I'm meaning accumulations possibly exceeding 5-6 inches of snow. I'll get to that also in just a few minutes. And also, we have the chance this coming weekend into the beginning of the work week where our highs won't even reach the freezing point. But hey, it's November in Minnesota. We should all be prepared. We've been really spoiled as far as October and early part of November comes. So it's time to get down to reality. Right now, we did start off at 22 degrees, which is right on target for what our normal should be as far as the low goes, and 31 so far as the high here in St. Cloud. The normal approaching 40 degrees. I don't think we're going to hit that today, though, unfortunately. Taking a look across the area, you see a couple snow showers up in Duluth. As I said earlier, they did wake up with some snow on the ground. It was only about a dusting to a half an inch, though. Nothing too crazy, and it's probably going to be melted by the end of the day. A storm system to our south, and that is associated with this nasty system putting down tornadoes. Auburn University just reported that the tornado sirens are going off on campus about 5 minutes ago as they prepare for a nasty storm to move right over their campus. Now, this is where all eyes go to as far as meteorologists here in Minnesota. This next storm will be moving in tonight, into tomorrow, and then into Friday. It'll move down into the Rocky Mountains, grab a little moisture, and then work its way north up here towards Minnesota. Now, as we take a look for the rest of today, only breaching the freezing mark by 1 degree, 33 degrees, and it's going to feel brisk, at least pretty much throughout the day. As we go into the evening time, those winds do die down, but we get rid of the clouds, but that's a bad thing. We get rid of the clouds, we get rid of the winds. That's going to make way for a real intense cooling effect. All the heat is going to escape out of the atmosphere with no problem at all, and we're going to see one of the coldest nights of the season so far, 11 degrees tonight. So if you're going to be out tonight, you're going to want to really bundle up. The wind will die down, however, so we won't have too much of a wind chill to worry about, but still 11 degrees even by itself is just unpleasant, at least here in November, as you wake up for the sunrise right around 12 degrees. Taking a look at the 3-day forecast, Friday and Saturday. Friday, there's that day that I was telling you about. It's going to be a little warmer, into the mid-40s, possibly reaching toward 50 the further south you go in our viewing area. Lows in the mid-20s, but then we go into Saturday, and that's when that nasty system comes in. Look at that, 30 degrees. We're not even going to be reaching freezing. Possibility of 4 to 8 inches here in St. Cloud. Taking a look at the extended forecast, your 5-day forecast. Sunday, the wind picks back up. We get rid of the snow, but it's going to be really cold. 26 degrees is all I'm expecting for a high on Sunday, and with that wind, it's going to feel real nasty. And then look at that Sunday night, our first night of single-digit lows, 8 degrees, and then starting the work week on Monday, only recovering to about 34 degrees.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
11 degrees
11.
is uncalled for.
I know. Our normal, like I said, only 22 degrees. So, I mean, that's 11 degrees below average.
Not that far off, I guess.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Neither am I.
Thanks,
I'm, like I said, just the messenger.
All right.
Thank you, David. Well,